love food.
You love food.
Y'all love food.
We all love food. We're your hosts, Elizabeth Marquez
And Andrew Kano.
with Houston City Beats.
Foodie Life. Houston's best, worst, and downright fuzzy restaurants, cafes, bars, and holes in the wall.
Anything you drink or eat, we'll talk about it. Hello, everyone. This is Lisbeth Marquez
And Andrew Kano.
with Fit Foodie Gator. Oops.
Houston
Oh,
City
no.
Beats. Fit Foodie Gator.
No. That totally was a complete mess up. Oh my
See what
gosh.
happens when you start losing weight?
Way to start a show. Let's start over.
All right, one more time. Take two.
Yeah, take two.
Gator two.
This is Lisbeth Marquez
And Andrew Kano.
with Houston City Beats
Foodie Life. Right on.
That was horrible,
That was
but
awesome.
so funny.
Yeah.
It happens.
I can see
Like, we're all human, right?
To error is human.
That's right.
I saw that in a movie, El Dorado. What do we got today? Let's talk about some things. What are we going
Well,
through?
we had this great show planned with a special guest, Cesar Bruna, but he was not able to be here today because he had a little mishap.
Funny story.
No, it's not a funny story.
Well, I mean, it
Do you want to not tell the story and let him tell it when he comes back?
but it's funny the way he told me he wasn't going to be able to make
No,
it.
but let's just because
All right,
it's-
so Cesar Buna, fitness model and enthusiast.
Yes.
He's also a four-time motocross champ. He will be with us, but not today. We'll have to reschedule. He had an accident, and we'll let him tell you all about it.
yeah, so maybe 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now when he feels better, he'll be here to give us all of his insight on fitness.
I hope he doesn't bring the pictures that he sent me, because I hope you get better. Just heal up and no worries. We have rescheduled the show for another time. We
Yes.
just want you to get better.
Yeah. So today's show for Houston City Beats, Foodie Life. At the Foodie Life, we review everything. Anything you eat or drink, we'll talk about it.
Everything.
Restaurants.
Holes in the wall, restaurants, cafes, grills, bars, whatever. Smoothie stops. Even stuff you have in your refrigerator. And I can tell you how long
your
it
pantry.
will keep and whether you should eat it or not. All that stuff, we talk about it right here on the Foodie Life.
Yes. So that brings us to our social media handles and our website.
Tell them.
You can find everything about Houston City Beats Foodie Life at www.houstoncitybeat.com. You'll see all the shows that we broadcast via Boss Up Houston Network on the website. And you'll also see all the other things that we do for the Houston City Beat Foodie Life, as well as interviews with area businesses that are part of the Houston City Beat family.
Cool. And just real quick, something really funny. I was, and this has to do with my mom. She was talking to one of her friends, and she was trying to give her our handle of how to find us. And I heard her. I was listening to the whole conversation. She goes, and this is Spanish. And it's really funny. And she's like, yeah, because she's doing some kind of a show in September. We'll talk about it later when we get closer. And she's talking to her friends, and she's telling them, she goes, sí. La empresa de mi hijo y su partner, Houston, la ciudad de Houston Beat.com. And I'm like, what did she say? I go, Mom, what did you give them? La ciudad de Houston Beat.com. I go, it's HoustonCityBeat.com. Es lo mismo. She says the same thing. You will not get to Houston City Beat if you put La ciudad de Houston Beat.com.
So it's HoustonCityBeat.com. And you can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, same handles, Houston City Beat. And we also have a TikTok channel, which we don't post as regularly as we should. But
She
that's
did
okay.
get a lot of views on the last post that she did.
Oh, the Mimosa
Experience.
at
Olive Green.
Onion Creek.
Onion Creek. There was
In
no
the
creek
Heights.
by it, and they have no onions on the menu, so I don't know where they got that name.
I don't know where they came up with that name
But we love it.
either. Maybe there's a creek named Onion Creek that the owners
It's
love.
possible. It's possible.
We should probably call them and ask them. Maybe do an interview.
La presa de cebolla.
Yeah. So we also have our version of ratings when we go to restaurants. We will be reviewing 4 places today. Restaurants and a smoothie place.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we do. We love that place. We'll be reviewing those 4 places. And so stick around for the Feeder Heat. Do you want to tell them what the Feeder Heat is about?
Sure. So the Feeder Heat is a system that we created here at the Foodie Life. So we tend to like to go out to eat. We've switched it over for a little while to go healthy. We're doing a lifestyle.
No.
It's a lifestyle. So we actually made the change over. to live longer, live happier, live healthier, all the good stuff that comes with living this lifestyle. But we actually started this by saying we went out to different restaurants because we love food. We genuinely love food, and that title is Foodie. And it's a life, so it's a lifestyle, foodie life.
Yeah.
So feet or heat, when we walk in, we will try a dish. It doesn't have anything to do with the restaurant unless we go back to it a couple times and everything is just not great. But what we do is we'll select a couple of dishes, and then Lisbeth and I will both try them. And then we will say they either get feet because we need to walk out of there and just like as fast as possible because it wasn't great. And it's referring to the dish, not the restaurant. Or we'll give it heat because the dish or whatever it is that we were trying is on fire. So that is a rating system here for Houston City Beat. We hope you tune in because we've got some feet today.
We do.
We got a little feet today. I got a little foot, some dino foot action here.
We've got some feet with heat.
Ooh,
actually.
yeah, like I was burning to get out. Pun intended. You'll see what we mean later.
Oh, that is hilarious. So for today's show, this is it's about show and tell. Focused on our new brand that we launched, Fit Foodie Gator.
Absolutely.
So do you want to tell them about Fit Foodie Gator and what, I guess start off with the slogan. You can find Fit Foodie Gator at fitfoodiegator.com. And that's Fit Foodie Gator, if I said that too fast.
Yeah. So, and if you tuned in before, we did talk a little bit about it. It just started off with a dream that Lisbeth had, and we kind of grew from there.
About an alligator. So random.
Yeah. So I've always been interested in a fit life, and I've gained weight up into the 250s, 260s. And I found out that I figured out ways to lose a drastic amount of weight really fast using certain products. There were certain products that didn't work, certain products that did work. I've come across a world champion that did fitness, that I got some gold medalist people that kind of got me through all of this and taught me a lot of things that I know. The problem is you may know the information, but if you don't use it, it's not going to work. Mm-hmm. So I know how to use all this stuff. I've done it before. Those of you who followed me the last time, I lost 61 pounds. And I know if you don't know me, you'll see the pictures, you won't believe it, but she will tell you that that's me, and so will everybody else on my Facebook. With that being said, we created this brand, Fit Foodie Gator, to be a brand that's going to try products and services. I'm going to test them, and I'm going to Gator approve them or Gator disapprove them. Again, those are my facts from the information that I know and all the knowledge that I have. And then you guys can actually take it from there. So, and what I mean by products and services, I mean everything. Anything that has to do with health, beauty, wellness. I'm talking about fitness, health, equipment, products and services that I use now myself that's getting me back into this lifestyle that I love so much. And being that I'm in my mid-40s, I'm not going to go back to gaining the weight again because I'm in the time where I need to live this lifestyle for the rest of my life. So this will be the last time that you will probably see me overweight. It's not going to happen anymore. I'm ready to move forward and keep the lifestyle that I know I can have so I can be happy and live healthy. So Gator, Fit Foodie Gator is all about health, beauty, wellness, and the lifestyle. It's your life and it's your decision whether you want to live long, but you don't have to live under the diets. You don't have to live, oh my God, it's so hard. And if you're telling me that you don't have time or you're telling me that it's too expensive, I will show you how to meal prep in under 30 minutes. I will show you how to prep for 3 days for a whole week in $75. So there's no excuses. The decision and the choice is really up to you whether you want to live healthy and happy. That's what Fit Foodie Gator does. And I'll test all products for you so you don't have to buy them and be like, man, this sucks. Oh, this product doesn't work. I'll test them. I know what works and what doesn't. And I'll give you my facts. And they'll either be Gator approved or Gator disapproved. And that's what Fit Foodie Gator is.
Now, there are some products that if you buy through us, we'll have a link to the products.
Absolutely.
And we do make money from that. We will let you know if that's the case for that particular product. And because we do believe in full disclosure.
Absolutely. And I will tell you, if you're going to order through Fit Foodie Gator, it works.
Yes.
It works.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are doing a show and tell today of these different products.
Yeah.
And do you want to get started with that? Or
sure.
Do you want to tell them about how much progress you've made? I know my personal self, since we started this a week ago.
We're on a 10 days, 1 day off.
10 days?
10 days straight, 1 day off.
So we're 10 days into it. When I started this, I was at 140 pounds, which is heavy for me. I should be at about...
That's great, though.
No. It's too much. I should be at 120 pounds. and I'm at 137.
Right.
So I've managed to lose some weight, and you might be thinking that's not a lot, like big deal, right? But I was stuck at that 140.
She was plateaued
since
for a while.
COVID, with that whole year in
plateaued.
quarantine, was really what set me off into that 140 plateau, and I could not get off of it. So I finally managed to remove myself from that plateau, and I'm not hungry. I don't walk around all day starving, my stomach growling.
And I'm going to show you how to curb that appetite.
Yeah, yeah. So it's worked really great for me, and I'm already seeing the progress.
Perfect.
So I'm very happy about that. Do you want to start with what product do you want to
I
start with
would love to.
first?
Can I share my progress?
Oh, yes. Let's not talk about you.
Well, there's a lot of role-playing factors that fall into play with me and with her as well.
Role-playing?
It's like a role or a playing factor or a role factor, whatever. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not
Let's
perfect.
do some role-playing.
Yeah, let's do some
go.
role-playing. Okay, a lot of factors that fall into the role.
Yeah, okay.
Is that better?
There you go.
A lot of factors that fall into the role. I know you may have heard of muscle memory. That is a fact. If you get to a certain way where your body gets fit and then you lose the weight, it actually will remember that you were training and your results will come faster. And that is a true thing. That is a Gator approved fact. That's a Gator fact. So my progress was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I've been at it, I want to say, a couple days more than her. So I'm in 14 days. I'm at a 14-pound weight loss. But I stay strict to what I do. And I'm going to share with you some of those tips today that's going to help you. If you don't have time, I'll show you how to get a 30-minute workout in. I'm also going to implement, and you can follow us, some home workouts to get your day started. Because if you get that body moving and you get all those chemicals bouncing and your body's warmed up, you have a better day. And that's a fact as well. So my progress, I got to start buying more clothes again because I don't fit into the clothes I was in just 12 days ago. I do push myself. I do have supplements. I do train really hard. I do 2-a-days. So my results might not be what your results are, but we do have the supplements that can get you there like that. So that's my progress. What are we going to talk about first?
All right. So I guess let's talk about those headphones.
All right. So we're going to go on to the Gator approved products. So I've had this right here, are headphones made by J-Labs. You can purchase these guys.
J-Labs?
It's called J-Lab. J-L-A-B. I bought them 6 months ago, and she will attest to I am really rough on anything that I touch.
Everything.
I have a really hard hand. I have a pedal to the metal. I have a really nice card that doesn't look nice anymore because I'm just rough with my things.
Very.
So when I test things and they and I want to say 6 months is the test of time with me. I can pretty much damage anything in there. I'm going to talk about these J-Labs. I bought them at Walmart for $30 about 6 months ago. And these things still look brand new. They have a leather here. Leather on the inside with a padded foam. They have a microfiber on the inside to cover the speaker. I've sweated in these things. I take them to the sauna. I have yet to damage them. They still work great. I put them in a bag with about 25 pounds of different things that it mumbles in. Use them in the sauna. I work out. I use these things for everything.
Are they waterproof?
I'm going to say, they say they're
Probably.
not, but I sweat a lot in these things.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they do it or what they have in it, but they don't smell. And I know they don't smell because if they
How
did.
do you know if they smell?
That's what I'm saying. If they did smell, people would say that. I sit next to people at the sauna. I work out
Can I-
next to people. Sure.
should I do
I've
this?
never washed them or anything.
Should I do this?
Do it.
I don't know.
Do it.
God, why do I put myself in these
Do it.
situations? Now I can't turn back.
She don't even
I've
know. That's
gone
like
too
Popeye fighting the beast.
I don't know.
I'm in the sauna for 30 minutes. I sweat
Why did I
profusely on these
volunteer to
things.
do this?
Smell test.
No, I really can't.
Smell
I
test.
can't do it. I can't do it.
Smell test.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
You would already be smelling. That's like petunias and roses, girl, on a blooming day. Is there any?
I can't.
I've never washed them because I don't think I've had to.
Wow, it really. It doesn't smell like anything. Wow, that was
Not
kind of
bad, right?
scary. But
So if you want to
I
go and pay
survived.
$199 for your Beats and to damage your eardrum, I'm just kidding. I'm not saying anything about them. They're actually really great. I like loud music, which is why I can't hear right. I'm going to say J-Labs, $30 from Walmart. These guys are Gator approved. They withstand the test of time, 6 months, sauna, heat. They withstand it being inside of your backpack. You can move them, you can drop them. And here's the best thing. It takes about 20 minutes to fully charge this thing. and it gives you about 14 to 20 hours worth of playing time,
Nice.
depending on how much volume put on it.
And they don't smell.
And they don't smell. So JLab from the Foodie Gator, we'll definitely tag you guys on your full headphone set, wireless. We'll give a tag out there for you. They are Gator approved for the gym. JLab wireless headphones.
Awesome.
You are Gator approved.
That is cool. Well, thank you for sharing that experience.
Absolutely.
And yet, you are very hard on your stuff.
I
You're
am.
like,
I'm
imagine triplet boys. That would be the type of force that he brings onto anything.
I'm pretty
he
rough.
touches.
Well, I mean, with that being said, I had 3 boys, and all I did was play fight with them as they were growing up, and made sure that
there you go.
So I'm pretty rough with it. JLabs, congratulations on behalf of Houston City Beat and Fit Foodie Gator. You guys get a full Gator approval on your JLab wireless headset.
Awesome.
All right,
So,
what do we got next?
We have this water bottle here,
gonna let
which
you
you
take
might
that one.
think that we're going to review this water, but we're not. It just
we're
so
not.
happened to show up here because we brought it in. So what else do we have?
Cool. So next we're gonna move on to Walmart. This is another Walmart product. You can buy it for $2. It is called the Athletic Works. I've got mixed emotions over this thing. One reason that I have a mixed feelings over it is because it's still here after 4 months. I haven't lost it. It's still there. It is missing the interior component, which was a plastic thing that was pretty thick. If you go onto the reviews, they're all mixed. It's about 50-50 on everything. My thing is the plastic thing that has inside is made of the same material, which is a plastic. Completely different than the all wire. There's some people who like it. I didn't. There's different types of protein, and some are thicker than others.
Udders?
Some are thicker than others. Some are thicker than others. So the protein that I use a tri-protein, which is a time-release protein, and it's pretty thick. I put eggs in it. So for me, the thickness and that little ball that it had in there was just, it was a little thick. It was like a 1/4 inch on every triangle. Didn't work for me. Because of the different and the amounts of stuff that I put in there, didn't work for me. Also, the inside of the cap has this little lace thing in here. I don't know why they did this here because it doesn't go with anything. It shouldn't be there. So all the you can see, and I've watched this before. It gets stuck in there. A lot of the protein and whatever you have in there gets stuck in there. It gets stuck in the ridges in there. So the ridges aren't carved to perfection. So you have a lot of leftover protein. Protein gets thick and it gets sticky. It's very hard to wash when you have to put that little fiber in there. Please use a microfiber. Get that fiber in there to clean it. So that's one of the down things I didn't like about it. The spout. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work for me.
What do you mean sometimes it works? Sometimes it
I have carried this thing with me and I've had other ones where you can put it in your bag and it'll be full of liquid and it'll move around and it doesn't open. This one opens pretty darn quickly. Pretty darn quickly. I do still have it, so the material that it's made out of is pretty firm and it's stable. I have mixed reviews on this, so I'm going to say undecided. I'm undecided with this product yet. I'll test it again.
But for the price point, you paid how much for it?
I paid $2 for it.
$2.
So
you paid $2 for this thing. Does it, when you have liquid in it and you turn it over, does it spill?
It does not spill. It will only spill if I put it in with my bag and I have, liquids in there. And I do have a cooler,
And
so
something causes the pop, the
cause
top
it to pop. It pops up pretty easy. It doesn't have a clip system on there. It's just pretty much open and shut, and it snaps, but. If it snaps, it shouldn't leak, and I've had it leak a few times.
Okay, how much did you pay for this?
I paid $2.
$2. So
$2 for this.
$2 for this thing. How much do you think it cost Walmart to buy this thing?
Wow, it's hard to say because Walmart.
Because they probably ship it from China. Let me see.
Well, they have to for that price point, and I'm not sure. We could look that up. I didn't go that
made
far.
Made in China.
Pardon me.
BPA free. Do not microwave. Hand wash only. Do you put it in the dishwasher?
I do not put in dishwasher. I don't like the dishwasher.
Well, for me, on my personal take on these little things is I always, if I need to blend something, I'll put it in a blender because no matter how good this container might be, it's never going to give you a good mix like it will in a blender.
That's true, and I would normally do that, except you have to drink protein. If you want your protein, you have to drink it effectively. You need 4 to 5 of these a day. So how many times are you around a blender?
Yeah, well,
so
that's why I only do my protein in the morning.
I don't want any trouble.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
So let me, like I said, I can't really. If we're going on the price point and the balances of what it does and what it doesn't, like I said, I'm really rough on things. And it is still standing. It is only $2.
You haven't lost the top yet.
I haven't lost the top. I did lose the inside, but I'm more sure that I took it out because it wasn't working for me. Ice worked better. I put a couple of things of ice and I broke everything up with my ice. I'm still for the price point. I would Gator approve it, but I can't Gator approve it because there's not enough in it for me to where I would say, hey, go out and buy this, because it takes time and you got to go out to Walmart. You got to look for them. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. So I am undecided.
All right. And with that, we're going to go to a commercial break.
Wanna be a boss? You're watching Boss Up Houston Network. It's Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Watching a great show on Boss Up Houston Network. Have you heard? They're bossing up, okay? And I heard they're looking for you. Any podcasters, talk show hosts, if you're a writer or producer, we definitely need you. Come aboard and boss up.
Are you a small business owner that is struggling to promote your company?
Our topic today is, what's your status?
Shoot the dice at this point.
You just shoot the dice. Roll the dice.
So,
yes.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's attorneys.
I love it.
Imagine being televised on a national platform. How about being a host or sponsor on a syndicated podcast? Or being featured on exclusive promotions and interview for your product to your ideal customer? Hi, I'm Kayla Sneed, and I'm head of sales with Boss Up Houston. And here at Boss Up, we like to help small business owners and entrepreneurs advertise, promote, or become a sponsor for one of our television, podcast, or radio shows. All you have to do is click the link down below to see if you qualify. I'll be seeing you soon.
This is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Lisbeth Marquez
And Andrew Cano.
with Houston City Beats
Foodie
Foodie Life.
Life.
I got it.
We got it. We totally murdered our own show at the beginning.
At the intro. It was horrible. Massacre.
I know, like we say, Houston City Beats Salchicha Life with cereal. That's pretty much, we could have done that. That would have been better.
It would have been the same thing.
So welcome back, everybody. We're in section 2. We're going to continue to talk about some products here.
Show and tell is what today's show is about.
Tell is what today's show is about. So I've got one thing. We stopped and bought the product, and I put it in my car, but we drove in her car, which means I did not bring the product, but we can talk about it still because I've been using it for years. I stopped for a certain reason, but I've been using it for years, so we're going to talk about it.
Can we let them guess?
They're not going to know.
What is the one product... No, really. What is the one product that when you see it in front of your face, like your mouth
waters,
starts salivating uncontrollably?
It's relative because to me it's steak.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I see steak. Juices, kind of like a little lava is going on in my lip.
No, are you serious?
Like a volcano. I'm just like, I can't control myself.
When you see that bottle, it doesn't do a reaction?
To me, it doesn't because
serious?
I drink it all the time.
Oh my
and it's
gosh.
just really tart.
To me, it's
vinegary
rough.
and there's no apple in it.
Yeah.
So guys, we're talking about Bragg's apple cider vinegar. The pros and cons of having apple cider vinegar. There are some good things, there are some bad things. There's good reviews, there's bad reviews, just like with everything else. Again, I've tried the product, I've used it for many years. I have a wonderful story to tell about it. Don't know if it was true or not, but I know this person. And I did see a huge change. So let's talk about it a little bit. So there's some do's and don'ts. So apparently drinking the apple cider vinegar, there's really not how much you should or shouldn't drink. I know that the bottle says you drink 2 teaspoons in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 2 at night. Well, if you have a bone deficiency or you have joints or any kind of things like that, it is not good for you to take apple cider vinegar.
Do you drink it straight or you put it in your water?
Well, I mean, I went through certain phases. I would mix it in my water, 2 teaspoons. It does work as a, I got to talk about this as well. I'll touch on that later. I did used to drink it 2 teaspoons, and then I just drink it out of the bottle because it does have a lot of good things to it. Before I knew the research on it, I was only doing it for one thing. So, and we're going to touch on it real quick. So this I know for certain does work. My father did it for a long time, and he passed it on for me, and some friends passed it on to him, and that's how it does it. So if you get apple cider vinegar, you get 8 ounces of water. You put 2 teaspoons of that and 2 tablespoons, tablespoons are different, of baking soda.
Wow, that's
And
rough.
that's a mix. So what happens is whenever you have your small intestine and your large intestine, and through years of consumption of food and everything you go in there, it doesn't all process. So just picture your lining of your small intestine here. It begins to form a wall. There's a wall that from the leftover food that doesn't go all the way through, and it builds through the years. So if you have your lining right here, you have a whole, I don't know how many meters they say you have of intestines. There's a lot of all of that begins to form like a small, like a callus that doesn't move. It stays stuck to it. So now your intestines become smaller.
So is that a callus of poop? Is that what you're telling us?
I want to say it is a callus of undigested food.
Undigested food.
for a more better word of poop. Can we go with that one? Engineers? So it's undigested food that'll stick to the walls of your small intestine in your large intestine. Not so much your small, but the large intestine is where it hangs out. So this,
it hangs out.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, what's up, baby? You want to? Hey, come here, stay with me, and just grabs onto it. You go down, but hey, where you going? Get over here. So anyway, so you begin to build this undigested food that clings onto you before it turns into poop. So, and it's unhealthy. It's harder for your food to digest. It takes longer. So when you build this callus, it's harder to lose weight. So this system, and I've used it a lot, and my father used it, and a lot of other people I know use it. So you get this, and you drink this in the morning after you don't have anything in your stomach. You drink this, you mix the 8 ounces of water, the 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons, you drink this.
2 tablespoons of...
It's 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. You want to do this in the morning with nothing inside your stomach. You do 8 ounces of water, and then you're going to go in, and it has to be in this order. And then you go in with the 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And as soon as you put it in there, there's a chemical reaction. The water is a base to keep it from going everywhere. So the water is a base to put in there. So it starts to fizz. As soon as it fizzes, you spin it around, and you drink this. Well,
damn, that's a wake up in the morning
it's
type
pretty
of
rough.
drink.
But the thing that happens after that is incredible.
Put some lemon in there?
You cannot put any lemon in.
Honey?
Please don't alter.
Honey?
Please don't alter this home remedy.
Can you throw in some Nutella and stir it around?
You can't throw in Nutella and stir it around. You want to keep
Darn
it this. As soon as you do the twisting and the turning, and you'll see it'll begin to fizz. Well, when you drink this, you're on an empty stomach. So and I'll show you how everything works. So the fizzing, the baking soda is a fizzing. It's a fizzing activist. It activates the fizz. Your water is to make sure that it goes down through all portions of your small and your large intestine, whatever it can do. And then the apple cider vinegar is what seeks into your pores, and after drinking it for 6 months, it becomes part of your cells. And I'll tell you how this is good for you. So when you do that, it goes all the way down and it begins to fizz and it sticks on. You know those guys that grab all that extra, hey, come hang out with me on the intestines? Well, there's a fizz that starts to go into every crevice. And once it's inside all the crevice of the fat that's on the intestine, it will throw in the apple cider vinegar, and it goes in and it begins to go inside. So the apple cider vinegar and then it becomes a chemical reaction inside you. It mixes with all of the acids inside of your stomach together, and it goes poof, and it begins to fall out. And you can only imagine what's going to happen after that.
So what is the fallout of this?
So all
Should
of
you be
these
at home when
fat,
you do this?
yeah, you need to be at home when you do this.
So when you
Please
start,
don't.
Is this a daily thing? Do you do this every day?
Please don't go out. No. So hold on. I'll tell you how many times you have to do it.
Don't
So you do this in the
go
morning. You do
to
this.
a concert.
If you have a lot of if you've never done this before, you haven't. I would say you're gonna be like, oh, he's full of it. I would say you wait, because it's going to take about an hour to an hour and a half if this is your first time doing it. But once it happens, you are not going to leave the restroom. And what you see is pretty incredible, because that's all the stuff that's been put in your stomach lining for years.
This is giving me a lot of anxiety.
So, and I tried this, and I do it all the time whenever I start doing this.
Really?
I've done this now before I started to work out again to make sure I clean my intestines.
So this is like a cleanse.
It is a cleanse, and it's a good cleanse, because you don't have to stop eating food. We talked about detox before. Detoxing is not good. This isn't a detox. This is a cleansing. It cleanses your intestine. Okay, so you do this, you drink that whole thing, you wait for about an hour, hour and a half, and it's working, and it's in there, and it's doing its job. The activating of the baking soda keeps it fizzing in there, so it's working. You might think it's not working until you're like, and then you sit down, and then you look like, everybody's seen that meme where Homer Simpson's like there, and then he's at the table, and he's like, but this isn't food, yo. This is a chemical reaction happening in your stomach, like right now. And then what comes out is pretty amazing, because you're going to be like, I have never seen that before, and I didn't know I had that in me, but you did.
I don't think you'd call it amazing.
It's amazing, because you're like, okay, that is pretty incredible that I had that and I didn't know.
All that stuff.
I don't want to tell you give you any visuals. It's not what we do. Actually, I do.
No.
Do you want to see what happens in there? So this really does work. You want to do this for 3 days in the morning. And you should knock out, if you do this for 3 days, I don't want to give you like a percentage, because, he was off by 1%. But it does relieve your stomach. It does restart your metabolism, and it does make you process food better, and you'll have more energy. So with that part, just by that alone, I give Bragg's raw apple cider. It has to be raw apple cider vinegar. Please don't go get the regular vinegar. That's to clean windows. Get the raw apple cider vinegar. And please, it is misleading. It does not taste like apples.
No, it
does not taste like apples. So just with that alone, for me, I'm gonna have to Gator approve it. But there are some do's and some pros and cons about it. One is, if you have a bone deficiency, if you have problems with your joints, it is an acid, and it will eat at your joints, and it will hurt you in the long run. So don't do it.
Now, personal story. So I have a thyroid issue, and I take thyroid medication. And back before, like 5-6 years ago, I started taking the apple cider vinegar.
Did I tell you to do that?
No, this is before
I told you.
No, this is before I knew you.
No way. I've known you forever.
Yeah, we've known each other
Me and
forever,
Lisbeth go back. Oh, that doesn't work.
No. So I started taking the apple cider vinegar because I heard about all of its benefits. And within about 2 months, my thyroid was totally out of control. I don't know if it had anything to do with the apple cider vinegar or not, but I had to get off of the apple cider vinegar to re-regulate my thyroid. It was crazy.
Right on. So, I mean, when you got off the apple cider vinegar, how long before you actually got back into regulation? Like, everything became normal
It took about 2 to 3 months.
So,
now, I don't know.
It could not have been.
I don't know.
It could. This is just a testimony of what you think.
I'm just saying, if you're going to use this apple cider vinegar, use it with caution, and if you talk to your doctor about it, let's be honest, any doctor will tell you
that it's good for you.
Don't do it. No.
Really?
No, they'll tell you the opposite.
I've never asked the doctor.
Here, let me push this prescription drug on you and take this instead. That's what they're going to tell you.
I never thought about the way apple cider vinegar benefits they can get at the store, or I can make $2,500 on a month out of this.
Yes, exactly.
We're not saying bad anything about doctors. I have great doctors.
That is hilarious.
So, okay.
No, so
I mean, yeah.
If you're going to use it with caution is what we're saying.
Perfect. So another thing, and I haven't done the research on it, but I will share a story with you. And a couple of people told me this. Should have researched it, but my mother had breast cancer, and she was fighting it. And this is a true story, by the way. They told my mom, it's really touching. They said, well, Miss Medrano, you have 6 months to live. you can prolong yourself maybe another 6 months if you do the chemo. So my mom, she said, well, you know what? I've seen the chemo stories. So if I take chemo now, I'll be sick and my family will suffer with me. So I am going to give my family the rest of the little breath I have in me, and I'm going to die happy in 6 months. So what my mother did was she completely changed everything because she thought that she could. She's very religious. So number one, she had her faith in God. Number two, she said, I have to change everything about me if I'm going to prolong myself. She wasn't thinking about living longer. She was thinking about living happier for these little time that she had with her family. So she started to eat better. She started drinking alkaline water, and she started to take apple cider vinegar with her alkaline water. Those are the things that she changed. Her eating habits she's always been thin, so her eating habits weren't too bad. She didn't do a lot of meat. She ate vegetables. She ate healthy. She did the only two things she changed is alkaline water, and she started adding Bragg's apple cider vinegar. So needless to say, 6 months passes by. She goes, she takes her test, and she doesn't have it anymore. So there's two things here that could have happened. She didn't. She did take some new medications that came from a friend doctor of hers that was doing testing with organic stuff and vitamins that were sending her. So 3 components. I'm sorry, I left one out. So she had that. She had the alkaline water and the Bragg's. What she ended up beating it. She's happy now. She's living. This was I want to say, 5-6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And she's been living good. She's great. What I did find out after I did a little research and asking people is that the Bragg's apple cider vinegar, if you take it every day, it becomes part of your cell structure. It lives in your cells. And I believe that it kills any bacteria, any infections, or any growth in your body. So if Bragg's becomes part of you to a cellular level, then it'll kill anything that's not supposed to be there. And that's what I found out from Bragg's. So with that, again, I Gator approve it. It's a personal story added onto what I know it does with the poop issue. So that's my thing.
Hey, you know what? Poop is really underrated. People don't talk about
Everybody
it.
poops.
Everybody does it, right?
Everybody poops. I should do a meme like that.
Least,
Everybody poops.
Yeah. At least once a day, you should be going to number 2, right? And
I go every 3 days.
Every
And at that, it looks like a petunia.
Who knew that this
petunia
show...
poop. I got that petunia poop.
Who knew this show would turn into talk about poop? This is...
But so Bragg's apple cider vinegar, to me, with the personal story and what I know it does, if you do want to cleanse yourself, please don't detox. I told y'all last time, it's not good. It's your body telling you don't do that. According to the research I did, I have posted them on there. The medical journal with Mayo Clinic. I put them all on there, so please, you can quote me. I found the information from there, so that's for sure. But this cleanse, it actually does take a lot of the stuff that's in your walls. You do it for 3 days. The first day it does it's like a first layer. Then the second day that you do it, it's like another layer, and then the third day is another. And then when it just comes out clear after that, so that means you're good.
Okay.
All right.
So the next thing we're going to talk about is I started on this product called the Collagen Elixir, made by Isogenics, and my friend Lynn talked to me about it. Cool. I started using it, and then I started selling it.
So hold on before she does that.
This is a product that, if you buy this through us, we will get compensated. We make something from each sale. But
it does work. And if you look at the back, I know you noticed this.
Okay, go ahead.
This was actually from the Fountain of Youth. Ponce de Leon discovered this.
That's crazy.
It's a Ponce de Leon product.
No. So I started taking this about 2 months ago because I'm on my second shipment.
Yeah.
And it comes in this little box, and you've got...
This was 2 months in, right?
Yeah, 2 months in.
We'll show them the display and everything. The box is perfect.
Yeah. God, there's a lot of stuff in here. So this is what the little collagen elixir comes in as. And you take one of these a day. When you first start your treatment, I guess you could call it a treatment. You take 2 of these a day, and then after your first 30 days, you go to taking 1 a day. And it's supposed to, because it's a collagen, drinkable collagen, it's supposed to take your wrinkles away. And I'm in my 40s. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. TMI. But I can tell you that, and you can attest to this.
I can. I see her every day.
Yeah. And not all of the wrinkles, because I still have like this main one in my forehead.
I can't see it.
Well, the reason I have this in my forehead is because when I put my contacts on, I look up and then I form this crease up here. But the second one is gone. I had one right here.
Yep,
That's
on the
gone.
left eye. So this product does work.
Yeah.
I was really, she told me she was taking it, and I kept looking every day because we work all the time, all day. And I kept looking, and she told me about it. And then she said, look, they're gone. And I looked up and I said, oh my God, they are gone.
Yes.
So this is a good product. It is Gator approved. She tried it for 30 days, and it has literally taken, I want to say, about 60 to 70% of the wrinkles she had on off.
Yes, and it's also helped my hair. So I started having
16
a lot
inches
of...
in 3 days. No,
Well,
I'm
not like
kidding,
that.
I'm kidding,
No,
I'm kidding.
No. I've had a lot of hair loss. My hair was falling off.
I thought that was due to the COVID, though.
It could be because of several factors. I actually had COVID.
We don't want any trouble with you, COVID.
And then I had the COVID vaccine. And then, so I don't know if it was that. I was also having some problems with my thyroid. So who knows what really caused all my hair to fall off. But
now,
after I started taking this, my hair fallout has been reduced by about 40, 50, 60%. So I'm really happy with this product. I love it and I recommend it. I'm going to be putting a link to the actual site on my website, LizbetMarquez.com, so you can go on there and check it out for yourself.
Again, we check all products. If they don't work, we will tell you. If they do work, we will tell you. So that saves you time, it saves you money, and you can go directly to the products that work for you. If they're Gator approved, then that means they work.
Yes, and this box comes, you get a larger box with a 30-day supply for one a day, or if you want to take two, they send you 2 boxes.
Right on.
So this is about 2 weeks worth of products right here.
Right on, right on.
And I love it. So
I do too. Like just coming and work with a brand new partner. Who's this?
Yeah.
Wow, she looked great. Now she looks better. So what do we got?
So that's it for the. Is that it for the show and tell?
For show and tell, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed our little show and tell. We're gonna probably implement that during every show, just to keep you guys up to date with the products that are out there, the things that do work and that don't work, the things that get Gator approved and Gator disapproved.
Yeah. So the next thing up is the heater feet, but we have a commercial break at 11.
Patas! Bad patas.
We have a commercial break at 11:45. It's now 11:42.
I mean,
what I would like to do, because we have this flexibility, I would like to go ahead and take a commercial break and then come back so we can just dive into the feet or heat, because
we got some Flintstone Barney Rubble feet for a couple restaurants here.
Yeah. We've got a lot to share, and I don't want to interrupt our flow once we start talking about it to go to a commercial break. So guys, if y'all can go to a commercial break, we will be right back. Houston
City Beat, Androcano and...
What? Did you forget my name?
No, I'm waiting for you to say it. I'm not you. I'm like Androcano and Lizbet Marquez for Foodie Life.
Is there something wrong with your eyes?
She's like, what's that? You gonna cry? I mean, are you getting emotional over my product? Can I try one of these?
Try one?
No, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good. So we're taking a commercial break.
No,
Thanks.
really.
We'll tune right back in for section 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the one and only show? Live from Houston, Texas. It's the go-to girl, professional comedian, TV producer, and founder of MarriedDate.com. It's millionaire matchmaker, Amber.
MarriedDate, Houston's first private social club for couples.
Chris and I met on MySpace. We started doing music together first, and then we became really good friends, and we were friends for about 5 years. And then we started dating each other in 2008. By February 2009, we were engaged, and by November 2009, we were married. We have 3 children together that we have raised, and we have traveled the world together, and eaten some of the best food in the world, and collectively have just built up an amazing network of friends and family and a circle of people that we just love and care about, and they continue to motivate and we continue to motivate them. We build our energy on our relationship with the energy that we can give to other people and the effect that we can have on other people's lives. And we're going on 12 years strong this year through all the obstacles and the goods and the bads. We're still together and we're here to share our story.
Join Marydate today by visiting www.marydate.com.
Hi, my name is Tanae, and I'm the owner of the Announcement Beauty Bar. Hi, welcome to the Announcement Beauty Bar. Essence, come on, follow me. Here at the Announcement Beauty Bar, we offer micro shading, eyelash extensions, and brow waxing. Please join us August 14th, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. for our grand opening, located at 9950 West Park Drive. Make sure you stop by to get brows that wow.
Buenas tardes y gracias por atender aquí Noticias 45. Oh, sorry. I'm on the wrong set.
This is Lisbeth Marquez
and Andrew Kano with Houston City Beats
Foodie Life. So this is our most favorite part of the show, especially today, because we've got some feet to talk to you about.
Patas!
Yeah, at first, when we started this, I was feeling apprehensive about bragging on restaurants, right? But now I want to tell you about the worst experience we have ever had.
Well,
but
not
first,
ever, but no, it was
this
pretty
has
bad.
been the worst experience we've ever had, okay? But first, let's
talk about some
the
other
good
stuff. All right, because we need to kind of like wind down before we rip it to them.
So we went to El Rancho on Katy Freeway. We love that place.
Love that place. It's great. Have a great experience. The owner will always come up to you. It doesn't matter who you are.
What's his name?
Marcial.
Marcial.
His name is Marcial. He comes, he says hi, he greets you. You come more than 2 or 3 times, you're like part of his family.
Yes, Marcial is awesome.
Yeah.
He makes you feel welcomed when you come into his restaurant.
Absolutely.
And all of the employees, all of his staff, they're very attentive. They make sure that your water is filled, that you have your tortilla, your chips,
everything. You got a crying kid, they pick him up, they pat him. No, I'm kidding.
They're going to change his diaper.
Change his diaper.
No.
There's a daycare in the back. No, I'm kidding. Hey, that's nice though. Daycare at the restaurant. Take that kid to the back. Get him out of here.
Give him some cheese.
Vámonos.
Give him some
queso. Little baby with cheese all over. Anyway, let's go do with the rancho.
So El Rancho, we did order, because this is a lifestyle what we're doing, right? So there are occasions when
we want a bowl of queso, dude.
Be enjoying a bowl of queso.
And a margarita, dude.
Or 2 or 3.
No, we did 2. Oh, we did 3 and shared the last one. Right on.
Yeah.
His margaritas, by the way, we've said this before, are natural ingredients from the lime juice. Yeah, they use lime juice. They use a real. They use a very minimal amount of cane sugar to make their mix. And
so they get what from us?
Oh, they gonna get heat. They go like I want to get a rope and bring the sun down and just put it right in front of his restaurant.
Okay, so the second one we're talking about to move this along, so we can get to our feet.
Cool.
Is One Stop Nutrition on Briar Forest.
Sweet place to go. It happens to be right around from the gym that we go. We actually discovered this because we like to find, and we'll talk about this later, we'll elaborate. We go to different parks and different trails and we do 2 miles, 1 mile, whatever. When we originally went to go do 1 mile, we got lost. We walked 5 miles, 2.5 hours.
4 hours later.
Yeah, like we're walking out looking our age. You know, I'm dragging my feet.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, you know, I'm stumbling around.
I identify with the 20-year-old.
You see that commercial where they're just reaching for that last bottle?
Yeah,
and I left the bottled water everywhere, and like we didn't want, like people were just riding by, and it's like, y'all are okay, we're fine. So we ended up going to this place, And we ordered
Nutrition.
One Stop Nutrition, and we had told them, hey, look, we've been walking for a while.
We got lost.
This is our oasis. We hope you're real. Can you give us something? And he said, yeah, I had a post-workout that'll bring you right back to life.
Yeah.
So we ordered 2 large things, and we got this guy.
Yeah.
And they ask you what kind of base you want. I did a coconut. I'm not sure which one she did. I did strawberries and banana.
I did mango and strawberry.
Okay,
Yeah,
there
it's
is Smoothie
great.
King. Smoothie King, you, for me, I mean, you're more commercial now. You don't put a lot of stuff into what you do. It's always been the same. But these guys, the smoothies, are incredible.
One Stop Nutrition. You know, the funny
They're
thing about
incredible.
for me personally, I can't have Smoothie King because it messes with my stomach. I don't know why, but I think it's something that they put in their smoothies. But this place at One
work
Stop
for you?
Nutrition, it works perfectly.
Yeah.
I love their smoothies. Excellent.
Cool.
They get two heat for me.
2 heat for me. I wasn't ready to give them the heat yet at that point because, and I had to test it again because that's what I do. I will test. So I had to put into the fact that we had been walking and we're super exhausted and anything might have tasted great.
Would have been wonderful.
So I went and I had my regular workout and I went to go get another one and I walked out like a baby fat boy eating cake. It was
like
still
a fat
delicious.
boy eating cake.
A baby fat boy.
A baby fat boy.
Yeah, he was like 12 and he was short. So it was really good. It just goes down smooth. It sits well. There's no stomach ache. And I have no complaints. So for me, One Stop, what is it called?
One Stop Nutrition.
One Stop Nutrition over on
Briar
Eldridge. We
Forest.
love you guys. We'll
It's
definitely.
actually on Briar Forest.
Oh, that's
so
right.
if you look it up with an Eldridge address, you won't find it. It's on Briar Forest.
Yeah, so great place to get yourself a smoothie. It's got post-workouts.
Yes.
It got everything, real natural ingredients.
Love it.
We love you guys.
The other place, we went to BB's on BB's over here off of Eldridge, and we ordered the Bubba Lump.
The Bubba Lump salad.
Bubba Lump. Even the name is cool. Like the name.
Yeah, I thought of Forrest Gump.
Bubba Lump.
I was like, where's he at?
I want a
Where's
T-shirt
Bubba?
that says
Where's
Bubba
that
Lump.
Bubba?
Bubba Lump.
Oh yeah, I want to just get it. Bubba, just put some greens on there with a gator.
T-shirt.
With a gator.
Yeah,
eating the
yeah,
greens.
gator.
Bubba Lump. So tell them what's all in the salad.
So the Bubba Lump has jumbo shrimp, jumbo crab meat, avocado, tomato, cucumbers, and we added chicken.
For protein, because we got to have our protein.
Yes. And they came with 2 salad dressings. One was a Parmesan vinaigrette.
No, one was a Parmesan, olive oil, and Parmesan.
Okay, olive oil Parmesan / the vinaigrette. It was not a vinaigrette.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
the other one was vinaigrette.
The other one was a citrus vinaigrette, which
God.
is amazing. We loved it.
Dude.
We didn't use the olive oil Parmesan.
I didn't because we just used, for some reason we used that one first. I tasted the other one. I was like, I'll do all of it. It wasn't really that great. But that citrus that they have.
It was unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And we had a great
And
server there too. Her name was Gabby.
The server was also amazing. She was very attentive, make sure that we were set. She came in to check on us every 5 to 10 minutes.
Every 5 to 10 minutes.
It was
she read the
perfect.
table great. She picked up all her stuff. She kept
Yes.
bringing me coffee. How you doing? How this? So if we remember your name, you have good service. We'll definitely come out and ask for you again, Miss Gabby.
Yes, it was excellent.
So we'll tag BB on you guys. Excellent on that salad that we tried. We'll try something different next time, and we'll let you know how that goes.
Yes. The next one on
Tacos!
the list is Tacos El Jaibo. Jaibo, is that how you say it?
Highball, I guess. And it's, what's sad is it's right around the corner from the network. So it's like a place. And then a real quick story, and she'll attest to this, is we don't have a lot of time to move to the office because it's on one side of town and we kind of move around. So we go to different restaurants and we try food everywhere because that's what we do.
We've been to this place before.
And it was great. I mean,
you ordered the same thing before.
I ordered the ceviche. It came out. It was phenomenal. It was great. It was well proportioned, diced up well. We have this thing where we work for long hours at certain restaurants. We eat and we work. We pay for the real estate. We work. We try food, and then we come here and talk about it. So it's very difficult to find a restaurant that offers outlets. So when we walked in there today, we're like, oh my God, it's because this place is awesome. There's an outlet in every wall.
Yeah.
So we sit down. And, the server comes up, and we're laughing when she came up. And we wanted, Liz felt the need to tell her why we were laughing so she didn't feel uncomfortable.
Have you ever passed by someone and said hello? Like, you're really happy to see them. You're like, hi. And they look at you, and they don't say anything, and they just keep walking. That's how this interaction was. That's how she was like, not interested in
I
being
don't
in
care.
this world.
Eat your food and get
the heck out of here. We don't want you here.
Because she was trying to tell her, and she was saying, she's like, oh my God, we're laughing because this. And she was standing like this. She's like, hey. I'm like, literally, those expressions.
She rolled her eyes.
She rolled her eyes.
She rolled her eyes.
And then she's like, okay, then I was like, so I didn't make any contact anymore. Eye contact is important when there is some sort of agreement that things are going well. There was not going well from the get-go because you're being rude. Okay?
Yeah.
You're being rude. So I say, you were going to take the ceviche, the large ceviche. Okay. So she takes off, goes to the back.
Now, he's had the ceviche before.
That was great.
Okay? And it was really, really good, right?
Talked about it for about a day.
Yes. So we're talking about Tacos El Jaibo. They are on Gessner, South Gessner.
Yeah.
Right?
They're on South Gessner.
Okay, so keep going.
Okay, so she leaves and she brings me back, and we ordered the large ceviche for both of us.
Yeah, we're going to share it.
We're going to share it, of course. As,
the key to losing weight, and this is really important, is you do not have to go to a restaurant and eat the whole plate of food in front of you, because if you do that, you're going to be consuming 2,000 to 3,000 calories in that plate alone.
So if you like that plate, you order it and you split it. You get half the calories.
Or you take half of it home.
Half of it home.
Right? And you're eating the same thing, but you're eating less of it, right? And that's our strategy whenever we go out to eat. We might order 2 things, but we split everything we have.
Yeah,
right?
and then we take home the rest.
Well, there is no taking home when you're splitting something.
Well, no. When we order separate things.
This huge portion, and then.
Oh, but I thought you meant because sometimes we'll go and we'll order 2 things, like an appetizer, then an entree, then we don't ever go much further than that.
That's how you gain an extra 20 pounds. You see, right?
Anywho, so she brings me out the ceviche, and I happen to love spice. I stopped consuming jalapenos, anything spicy, about 6 or 7 months ago. Because I was having really bad, I couldn't sleep at night because it was like tearing me up. No, it was more than heartburn. I mean, it was full body count burn. Like, I just couldn't do it.
Your whole body was on
fire.
I
couldn't sleep, and it was terrible, and I knew what it was. I mean, at my age, my stomach's like, dude, come on, really? Like, you've been eating like for 30-something years. Stop, bro. Like, really. My body was going into stress. I couldn't do it. So I stopped consuming it. And I've been able to sleep well for the past. It took about a month for my body to recoup from all of the acidity I was putting in, and I feel great now. So I begin to look, and she's looking, and I'm like, and
we split it.
I asked for 2 bowls, and she comes.
And I look at it, and I'm like.
I don't know if you noticed that she came and she saw you there, and she put both bowls on my side.
Oh yeah, I know.
And she didn't even give her a bowl.
She was a total itch with a B in front of it. I don't know
She put both bowls in front of me and turned around and walked away.
I don't know what is wrong with her, and I pray.
I said,
really
damn.
Do. Can I just say this real quick? I pray that this lady finds peace in her life, and she's able to step outside of her door every day with joy in her heart instead of living this life of misery that she's living, because she is obviously miserable.
She was pretty upset.
I hope that she finds joy in her life, because we all deserve to live a life of joy, abundance, and happiness, right?
She found joy in my tip. I still tipped her 20%.
I can't believe you tipped. You know what? I would have left her a freaking quarter. Anyway, no, I would never.
Well,
but
do that.
So she brings out the ceviche, okay?
So first
we split it.
We split it.
I look at it and
She's
I'm like,
I can't eat this.
I can't eat. There are so many jalapenos just on my section alone. Not just the jalapeno, but the seeds. It's
everywhere. And I'm
everywhere.
like, my mouth is watering because I love it, but I can't eat it. So I start to take it out.
And I can't eat it either, because if I eat it, you know that solution that you came up with earlier, it's like 10 times worse. Like, not happening. Okay, it's rough.
Lisbeth in the bottle.
Yeah, so I do not, I stay away from spice.
So we tried it, literally 4 or 5 minutes, we're taking all these things out. We put in 2 bowls, and we literally put a quarter of where it came in full of jalapenos.
Pictures.
Like, I think they have a jalapeno garden back there, and jalapenos are in abundance in this restaurant.
No, you know what it is? They went to Fiesta and bought the jalapenos on sale, and they got all of them.
Hay que venderlos todos. We got to get it in there. And it's more of a filler than anything.
So I said, hey, you know what? Why don't you have all of this, and let me order my own. I'll order my own ceviche.
So this is really not a ceviche. It's a jalapeno dish with little pieces of fish in it.
What time we walked in there at 10 o'clock, or was it 10:30?
I don't know. Oh, this is the fun. This is where it gets good.
So we were one of 3 customers in there
that had just walked in because they just opened.
They had just opened. It was 10 o'clock, right?
So I say, young lady, is it possible? This is too much spice for her. She can't. It's too much. Can we order the ceviche without the jalapeno?
Without the jalapenos.
Sure, no problem. So you want it without the jalapenos?
She says to him because she's not talking to me, right?
And I'm like, yes, ma'am, please. So she takes off. You're going to really love this. What's the name of this restaurant again?
It's called Tacos El Jaibo.
She comes back and she has the audacity, and with all due respect, because I respect everyone and I love everyone just the same. She says, "We're sorry, sir." She's got like her side.
Sir,
she's looking like she's not even there.
Right? Yeah.
And she's like, "We're sorry, sir, but we're all out of ceviche." And I wanted to react, but I've learned this new thing to respond so I know what's coming out of my mouth. And I say, okay, no problem, ma'am. Thank you so much. So as she's walking out, I look at my watch. I made sure she saw me because they opened up an hour ago. So what you're telling me is that I consumed the entire day's worth of ceviche in one bowl?
In one bowl, yes.
She just didn't want to bring her any ceviche out.
She didn't. And you know what? I'm glad she didn't because she probably would have thrown dirt in there or something.
Or
I
poop.
don't know. Or maybe so. She would have like pooped in my ceviche.
I'm going to go with double feet. I'm putting a Fled Finstone and a Barney Rubble foot on that guy.
Double feet for me.
Bad service. Food was not up to par.
Food was terrible.
And I want to say the outlets probably were just dummy outlets.
They probably were.
So everything else was great on the other restaurants, but La Jaibo here on...
Tacos El Jaibo,
Sorry,
horrible
guys.
experience.
Very terrible experience.
Yeah. And when we complained about it, you know what she did? Ay, disculpa. That was
to
it.
Me. And then she kind of went like that.
And I was the one that complained about it. And I even showed her the ceviche dish. I said, look at how many jalapenos are in here.
She goes, can you see this? Like, this isn't
look
healthy.
At this.
Esto puede matar a un humano.
Yeah, and
like it was a lot, dude. I was
yeah.
like, she said one jalapeno, and I used to eat them a lot. It was more like two.
You think there were
it was
two
a
jalapenos?
lot,
And
it was dinosaur chunks like that big. Like, what are you trying to do? Like, you're not in my will.
Yeah,
you're trying to kill me.
So we're actually gonna post. We have a video that we did of this, and we have pictures. We're gonna post it on the website. We'll post all this.
Stay away from that place on us. If you want to go try it for yourself for the laugh or for the flaming hot mouth, go ahead and go.
And it's a shame because I'm sure the food and other times we've been there has been good, but this experience was
bad.
I will never go back.
And there's certain reasons why that happens. And I'll tell you what happens is that there's places that don't really care about the consistency of the food, but that is a number one key factor that people come back for. If your food still stays the same, because most people are creatures of habit and they order the same thing.
Exactly.
So if they come back like we did and I ordered the same thing and it's not the same, I'm not going back over there.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Because they did have the best ceviche in Houston up until now.
Up until about now.
Done.
Gator unapproved for you guys. Sorry.
And that is all we have for today's show. Thank you for joining. We hope that you laughed at least one time.
At least once.
I think we're funny. Do you think we're funny?
Was that funny, engineers? Right on. That's our engineers. One love to you guys. It can't happen without our engineers. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Houston City Beats. Who am I? Androcano?
Oh, no.
I almost said my real name. Gator points if you guess it. Androcano.
And Lisbeth Marquez with Houston City Beats Foodie Life.
Thank you. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you so much.
Peace. I love food.
You love food.
Y'all love food.
We all love food. We're your hosts, Lisbeth Marquez
and Androcano
with Houston City Beats
Foodie Life. Houston's best, worst, and downright fuzzy restaurants, cafes, bars, and holes in the wall.
Anything you drink or eat, we'll talk about it.